AM 1170. The Answer.
Welcome back. You're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty. Joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall, Team Home Loans, working the soundboard.
Trying, man. I'll be
Make that thing goo.
Make it goo, man.
Before the break, we were talking with Nick North, Source One Electrical, and Shannon Williams with the Whissel Realty team. If you want to get connected with these guys, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Mr. Jason Hall.
Yes, sir.
Mortgage rates. Need to know what the latest is. I know recently rates have been up since Trump was elected. What's been going on?
They're calling it Trumpflation. You know, instead of inflation, it's Trumpflation. For whatever reason, the market has been super, super excited about Donald Trump being elected as president. And a lot of people thought not only would he not get elected, but if he did, the market would crash. I don't know the exact number, but I believe in a month, it was the largest probably stock increase percentage-wise that we've ever seen since any president ever got elected. So what that unfortunately means for interest rates, historically, stock market goes up. People are pulling money out of the mortgage bond market and the treasury bills and bonds and putting that into the stock market. We've seen the largest increase in rates. You know, it went from literally like 3.5 almost to 4.5 during this time, right? So you get people buying, and now they're like, oh my gosh, my payment's now up $200-$300 a month. Well, what happened? Why didn't you buy me that? You know, get that house, Shannon and Jason? Why didn't you lock? You should have known the rates were going to go up. You know, an 1/8% every day or every week for 4 weeks in a row. So it's been very interesting with rates going up so quick, so fast. But even in the low 4s to mid 4s, historically, that's still a super good rate. It's tax deductible. If he's really able to improve the economy, you're going to look back and really be happy that you bought your house maybe at 4.25, because we might be back to 5%. If the market really goes super well, okay? Now, here is the nice thing that has happened. We've not seen an increase in loan limits in over 10 years, okay? 10 years since the last time Fannie, Freddie raised loan limits. They have raised.
Who are Fannie and Freddie? Because I know that as a lender, those are terms you commonly use.
Right. They're now government entities that really back the mortgage-backed securities, and they set the guidelines for all mortgages. And they're the conventional conforming investors in that. So they set the guidelines. People will buy them. They may hold them, meaning Fannie and Freddie might hold them, but everybody likes to follow those government guidelines, and the government's kind of set guidelines within that. So the loan limit used to be 417. That has gone up to 424-100 across the nation. And for the high balance limits here in San Diego, it went from 562 to 580. So a $7,000, $7,100 increase, and $18,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but again, at least it's an increase. We haven't seen it in 10 years. So that's good, and that just means the average real estate across the nation is up. That's the reason why that limit's gone up.
So, Jason, do you think these are all knee-jerks and they're going to level out again, or do you see it continuing to grow?
Well, that's a great question. I think Kyle and Shannon can jump in on that. I mean, my personal thing is you got to live somewhere. You got to have a house. As long as there's jobs in that community, values of home will go up. If jobs pull away, we don't have jobs because we're all buying stuff in India and Japan, and we're not building anything in the United States anymore. I don't know what we're going to do, right? That's my only concern, and I think that's why Trump was elected. People want to see change, and they want to see him bring back jobs and businesses to the United States. And if that happens, who knows? But so far, the market has adjusted to they believe he can possibly do that. And that's why we've seen such a huge increase, and a surprisingly increase. No one not only predicted he was going to win, no one thought the market would change this aggressively for him being president-elect. So that's my mortgage 3-minute.
Yeah, we're actually at 4, Jason.
Okay.
Nothing.
Doesn't surprise Kyle.
Yeah, nothing is ever going to be a minute with you, Jason. But that's because
that could be a good thing.
I'm not going there. When you're in studio, Jason, we're trying to keep this show clean.
Wait, where did he go?
I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole with you. But if you want to get connected with Jason, as you could tell, wealth of knowledge when it comes to the mortgage industry. He would love to help you explore if now's the right time for you to buy. You know, if you want to get into the rates now before they potentially get higher, give Jason a call or shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. So not a bad investment right now might be should somebody be buying bonds if they think rates are going to come back down?
Yeah, I mean, it would be. It could go either way.
Because
right?
that's the one thing that is directly tied to mortgage rates, correct? The stock market is indirectly tied to it, but bond market is directly tied.
Well, here's what most people don't realize. Mortgage-backed securities are traded on the Chicago Board of Trade, the exact same place they trade bonds. And so bonds could move, and 98% of the time when bonds move up or down, mortgage-backed securities run right with it, right? Because you have as a buyer, you can buy a mortgage-backed security backed behind a mortgage, or you can buy a U.S. bond or a corporate bond backed by the U.S. or backed by that corporate. So that's why you see them move each way. I'm not a bond trader, so I don't want to give advice on what you think is going to happen there because, sometimes they say it's better to buy when it's low and the price changes inversely. So
he doesn't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling
Why not,
you.
Jason?
I wish I could tell you. Here's what I could tell you.
You've been through like 12 or 13 real estate cycles.
He's
now.
25 too.
Yeah, I mean, you've been through.
I have 2 kids that are 25. That's why
Yeah,
you
me
tease
too.
me.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
You could be his daughter.
Oh,
Probably
snap.
could be
Oh no.
at 25 because my daughter is.
At 25.
What is my daughter's gonna be 26 in a couple months? That's great.
That's crazy. Come on, there's a button for that, Jason.
I know.
Come on.
I know what number it is too.
That's
There you go.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love it. So what I wanted to get into is 4 of the top reasons why somebody should buy right now. And the number one reason is exactly what we're talking about. Mortgage rates are going up. We've talked about it for, it's been 2 or 3 years now. Every time, the end of the year, everybody's always looking to project what's going to happen with rates in the coming year. I think you're getting a good glimpse of what's going to happen with rates in the coming year. I mean, you've seen them go from 3.5 to 4.5, or thereabouts in a month. I don't think we're going to continue at such a torrid pace, but I don't necessarily think rates are going to come back down in the 3s. I think 3s may be a thing of the past. I mean, you can hold on and hope and hope and hope it's going to come back there, but you don't really know if it's ever going to come back. But we do know what it is right now, and we know the trajectory that we're on, which is an upward trajectory. The only thing going up faster than mortgage rates right now is freaking rent.
Yeah, rent.
I mean,
And
rent's
whether you get a
astronomical.
3.5% rate or 5% or 4%, it's about getting into a home that you can afford and buy, and that's what's huge. And to get ahead in this world, you need to be a homeowner. You need to be, owning real estate.
Right.
I mean, President-elect Trump is a billionaire because he bought real estate and held.
Right.
Kyle, you've done super successful. I've seen it since you were 19, 20 years old. It's because you bought and held real estate, right? That's been a huge thing. I mean, you're a great real estate broker, but the biggest wealth has been created, because of what? Real estate.
Right.
So that's the key that people need to think about.
Absolutely.
And as long as we need a place to live, real estate's going to keep going up. We live in the greatest city. Even if the Chargers leave, even if the Spanos leave, we're here. So the question is, what are some of the areas you're seeing? What are some of the things you guys are listing? What's out there in the real estate, Kyle?
I mean, we've got a new one coming, so this isn't even on the market yet. And obviously, one of the values we want to bring to you as a listener of the show is to give you access to properties before the public knows about them. So only the public listening to our show right now is going to get this one. We've got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in La Mesa. Has a garage, which is a rarity with a condo.
Awesome.
You very rarely get a garage.
Is it attached?
It is a detached 1-car garage, but
Okay.
at least you got your own garage, which is a beautiful thing. It's got a deck with views out to Coles Mountain, and yes, it's Coles, not Cowles. You guys are all mispronouncing it. Go on Wikipedia if you want the explanation as to why. So you got a gorgeous view of Coles Mountain. In this home, they did an amazing job decorating it. It looks like straight out of Pottery Barn. The owners have amazing taste, gorgeous home, wood floors, remodeled
Square
kitchen,
footage.
just under 1,200 square feet.
That's nice.
That's good size
325.
for 2.2.
That's awesome.
325.
325.
So let's talk about that, Jason.
Yeah.
Somebody wants
That's
to come
a great
in,
price.
let's say 20% down. Somebody's done good and saved up some money. They're coming in 20% down on 325. HOA dues, let's assume they're $300 a month. I mean, what's somebody
do
looking
Shannon
at
math.
all in?
It's probably going to be like $1,800-$1,900 a month.
Yeah, or you could rent
less
this
than
thing.
rent.
Yeah,
That's less than what you could probably rent
right.
it for.
Units in there are renting for close to $2,000.
What's the
Yeah.
owner occupancy roughly in there?
Don't know off the top of my head.
All right, find out.
What
I know
a
it's
great
coming to the
deal.
market. I know it's coming to the market. I can look because I know we did that when they bought the house.
Yeah.
When can we show it?
We're going to be going live tomorrow.
So yeah, we've
Yes.
got to get some. I might have a client in there.
So 2-bed, 2-bath, good size unit, almost 1,200 square feet in La Mesa with a garage. 325, and it's
awesome.
completely remodeled, straight out of Pottery Barn, vaulted ceilings.
Is it one
absolutely
level?
Gorgeous. It's upstairs, single level.
Nice.
Yes. So if you want to get access to that home, if you want to get connected with any of the guests that we've had on the show today, give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. We really, really appreciate it. We'll talk to you next Wednesday here on Whissel Wednesdays.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me